Right, to kids and dogs. So this video was created, I wrote the song, you guys heard it, I played it on the guitar about a year ago, and now I have a video. I infused it into a video. It's about how kids should greet dogs, because that's really important, and when they shouldn't greet dogs. So I'm going to play the video for you. Thank you. I want to thank Stu, because Stu really has been instrumental in helping. All right, so how many times do you think I've been bitten?
50.
2.
500.
I haven't heard it yet.
0.
25. 50.
3. 5.
Close.
8.
8.
I win!
I have been bitten 8 times, so let me explain. And you'd think that because of my experience early on, I was a child, I was writing, so let me tell you the story. So imagine me with pigtails. In my shorts, it's summertime, right? I know, really, I don't go far from the... I'm riding my bike down the street, I'm learning how to ride, I'm riding, and all of a sudden, rah! Out comes a dog, ah! And literally bites me. I'm like 6, riding my bike, bites me. I'm like in shock, hobbling, the woman runs out, oh my God, you know, and she's starting to sort out my leg, and then she takes me back. That happened twice. Now that is an experience, that example is of a dog that wasn't socialized. That dog probably was penned up all day long in his house, and he's been seeing kids go back and forth, and he develops this like, I gotta get him, you know, like this prey drive, and he got loose and he came after me. So that's one experience. You think, again, so having been bitten as a child, that I would not love dogs, I'd be afraid of dogs, right? Then, I had a friend, I was at his house, and we were going down the slide into the pool, and he had an older dog that couldn't see very well, so he was very anxious. So this is another really interesting part about, or an experience where a dog, if it's anxious, it could bite. It's fearful, it's anxious. And when the kids were going down the slide, and the dog was like, around the pool, and I came down the slide, and he ran over and bit me in the leg. And I was thankful that I got bitten, actually, because I'm glad the kids didn't get it. The dog didn't get the kid. That dog got me here, and I actually have an indentation in my muscle because he really got me. Didn't break the skin, but I had a huge bruise. I was like, oh my God. Then, over the course of business, so here I've been in business for 14 years. It's been a fantastic business. I love it. Through the course of the business, I've been bitten. You know, it's just a given. This isn't for the faint of heart. And you have to understand dog behavior. You have to know, again, this is why that video was created. I don't want a child to get bit. I want them to know when they should approach a dog. I want them to know that even if the owner goes, the dog is hiding behind the owner's legs, and the owner's like, oh, my dog is friendly, and the dog's going, I want the child to know, even though the owner is saying, oh yeah, come pet my dog, and the dog's going, no. The dog is telling the child, I don't want to be petted right now. Because a lot of owners have no concept of the communication cues the dog is giving them, or giving the person coming up. So this recent experience was really intense. So I have a group of dogs, and I have a small dog, a dog that's about 8 months old. And when I have a new dog, or a dog that I'm not familiar with, it's always tied to me, because I don't want it to run off. You know, they can get spooked. You don't really know what they're going to respond to yet. You don't know them well enough. So this dog was tied to me. She was about 8 months old, and she was in my group. She was in my pack doing really well. So I go up the hill. I have the boys with me, and they come out with me a lot. And we go up to the hill to meet Phil, who has a group of his own. And he's got this one dog. She's a pit bull, and she's been going through training. She's also on lead because she's a little unpredictable. And this is why I say that there is an inherent risk, because you can plan, 2 minutes. Okay, you can plan, and not know. Sometimes things just happen. So we get up to the hill, the dogs are coming to her, and she starts to freak out. So that inspires a prey-based mentality in some dogs. So all of a sudden, all the dogs started converging on me, and she's yelping and freaking out. And my husband comes to run. I'm like, you gotta get over here. So he comes over to run. He trips, loses the leash with Olive. Olive comes in and starts attacking the puppy. So in about 20 minutes, she's tied to me. we're both just like managing as dogs are coming in. I had her on lead, so, and she had a harness on, so I was able to like whip her out of the group, because I was just trying to get her out of that group. We stayed calm. My two boys were up on the hill watching the whole thing. In that moment, we managed it, we kept it. She did not come out with a bite. I got bit. I went down on the ground several times to keep her out of the mix as the dogs were coming in after her because she kept yelping. So those kinds of situations happen. You can plan for the best, and what I tell you is I teach people to be leaders. I teach people when I go in for training, I teach them how to manage their dogs, how to pay attention to what is potentially going to happen, because it can happen that fast. And I have 30,000 hours of work with dogs as a dog handler. I'm a master at it, and yet things still happen. Yet the beauty of being with dogs and being with kids is that it is fantastic. I mean, it brings to life what it is to be alive, to enjoy yourself, to be out in nature, to play. All of that is what's wrapped into what I do. I love it. It's really incredible, and I love sharing that with people. And I love sharing how to be a confident dog owner with people. So I didn't think how am I doing, John?
10 seconds.
10 seconds. I think I pretty much covered it.